Hello, hello, check. Hello, check. Hello, hello. I would request students who are roaming around kindly settle down. Shayon, thank you. Once I get the green signal, I'll start. Good morning to esteemed guests, our respected dignitaries, and one and all present here. Welcome to the valedictory session of the 4th International Conference on Media and Communication, which is popularly known as ICMC, and this is our 4th year, so ICMC 4. Organized by School of Media and Communication, Adamas University, in association with the IQSC and the Office of the R&D, Adamas University. I am Arno Basu, Assistant Professor at the School of Media and Communication, Adamas University. We begin our valedictory session with a Robindra Nritya performed by one of our very talented student, Miss Shubarna Dashgupta. I would request Shubarna, please come up on the stage, and I would request the console team to play the music. Thank you.
আজি প্রভাতে রবির কর, কেমনে পশিল প্রাণীর পর, কেমনে পশিল গুহার আধারে প্রভাত পাখির গান। না জানি কেন রে এতদিন পরে জাগিয়া উঠিল প্রাণ, জাগিয়া উঠেছে প্রাণ, ওরে উথলি উঠেছে বাড়ি, ওরে প্রাণীর বাসনা প্রাণীর আবেগ রুধিয়া রাখিতে নারী। থর করে কাঁপিছে ভূধর, শিলা রাশি রাশি পড়িছে খসে, ফুলিয়া ফুলিয়া ফেনিল সলিল, গরজে উঠিছে দারুণ রোষে। হেথায় হোথায় পাগলের প্রায়, ঘুরিয়া ঘুরিয়া মাতিয়া বেড়ায়, বাহিরিতে চায় দেখিতে না পায়, কোথায় কারার তার? কেন রে বিধাতা পাষাণ হেন, চারিদিকে তার বাঁধন কেন? ভাঙরে হৃদয় ভাঙরে বাঁধন, সাধরে আজিকে প্রাণীর সাধন। লহরীর পরে লহরী তুলিয়া, আঘাতের পরে আঘাত কর। মাতিয়া যখন উঠেছে পরাণ, কিসের আধার কিসের পাষাণ? উথলি যখন উঠেছে বাসনা, জগতে তখন কিসের ডর? আমি ঢালিব করুণা ধারা, আমি ভাঙিব পাষাণে কারা, আমি জগৎ প্লাবিয়া বেড়াবো গাহিয়া, আকুল পাগল পারা। ফুল কুড়াইয়া, রামধনু আঁকা পাখা উড়াইয়া, রবির কিরণে হাসি ছড়াইয়া, দিবরে পরাণে ঢালি। শিখর হইতে শিখরে ছুটিব, ভূধর হইতে ভূধরে লুটিব, হেসে খলখল গে কলকল, তালি তালি দিব তালি। এত কথা আছে, এত গান আছে, এত প্রাণ আছে মোর, এত সুখ আছে, এত সাথ আছে, প্রাণ হয়ে আছে ভোর। কি জানি কি হলো আজি, জাগিয়া উঠিল প্রাণ, দূর হতে শুনি যেন মহাসাগরের গান। ওরে চারিদিকে মোর একই কারাগার ঘোর, ভাঙ 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 কারা, আঘাতে আঘাত কর। ওরে আজ কি গানে গিয়েছে পাখি, এসেছে রবির কর।
Thank you so much, Shubharna Dashgupta, for this wonderful performance. I would like to also thank our digital media partner, EduCraft, and digital radio partner, 91.9 Friends FM. Let us move towards our next part of the session. Our theme has been the heartbeat of this conference, which is gender, power, and media, global perspectives and representation and resistance. From the starting point of this conference till now, we have explored the intricate ground of media studies, examining how power relations are crafted, contested, and altered via the prism of gender. Now, I would like to request Professor Dr. Kuldeep Srivatsa, the Associate Dean, School of Media and Communication, to address the august crowd. Sir.
Good morning. Honorable dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and the chief guest of the day, connected online, Professor Sanjeev Hanawat sir, former head of media school at Rajasthani University, Jaipur, Professor Subhash Dhulia, former vice chancellor of Uttarakhand Open University, and Professor Dr. Amrish Saxena, professor at South Asian University, New Delhi. As we arrive at the valedictory session of 2 days international conference on media and communication, it gives me an immense satisfaction to reflect on rich exchange of research ideas, critical discourse, and meaningful engagements that have taken place over the course of this academic gathering. In the broader theme of the conference, media, gender, and power have proven both the need of the hour and the thought provocation among the esteemed gathering. Over the 8 different tracks, sessions accommodated total 77 presenters all over the India, where we have collectively explored how mainstream media, especially the OTT, media outlets are not merely the channel of communication, but the change agent and the powerful institution of shaping identities, construct reality, and influences social power structure. We have nominated first, second, and third positions in the category of best paper presenters on the evaluation of the offline and online presentations. So during her vote of thanks, Dr. Novina Chakravarti will be disclosing the final results of winning a cash prize of 3,000, 2,000 and 1,000 for the first, second and third best paper presenters. On behalf of School of Media and Communication, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all our distinguished speakers connected offline as well as online, the session chairs, participants who have contributed in making this conference a super success. I would also like to acknowledge the dynamic efforts of our organizing team of School of Media and Communication, the faculty members, and especially the student volunteers, whose dedication ensured the smooth conduct of this event. Their day and night consistent commitment of team SOMC as well as the student of SOMC is highly appreciated. So let me move forward to the shared commitment that use of social media is not a tool of communication but an instrument of change, empowerment, equity, and social transformation. So with these words, I formally conclude the conference and wish you a continuous succeed in the upcoming ICMC 5. Thank you.
I would request sir to be on stage because we have our Dean Academics sir present with us, and we want to show our heartfelt gratitude to sir with a small felicitation. I would request the conference conveners, we have Sivat sir with us. I would request Dr. Novina Chakraborty ma'am and Dr. Swati Agarwal ma'am to join on stage with Rudra sir to felicitate him. Student volunteers, I would request you to come up on the stage with sir. Jore Hattali. The picture perfect moment for us. Now I would request Dean sir, Dean of School of Media and Communication, and Madam Novina Chakraborty ma'am and Swati Agarwal ma'am to take your seat off the dais. And I would request Rudra Prasad Shaha sir, Dean Academics, Adamas University, to say a few words.
Thank you. Good morning to all. First of all, I would like to thank the entire teams of School of Media and Communication, all the faculty members, deans, associate deans, faculty, and the students, obviously, for organizing such a successful international conference in media and communication. In the it's the fourth edition, and I have heard from the dean's speech that more than 70 speakers have interacted with the students and the faculty members, and I'm sure these 2 days would have been a great experience for you. So from my perspective, what I want to mention that because all of you are now part of National Education Policy 2020, and in this policy there is a large focus or increased focus on digital literacy and digital transformation. And also now UGC has recommended to part of your curriculum can also be taken in online mode. Up to 40% of your curriculums and credits you can obtain from online mode. Not only from the university, but also because now academic bank of credit is already in place, and you can take up part of your credit from other places, from NPTEL, SWAM platforms or other platforms, and those credits can be transferred into your curriculum or your mark sheet. So it's a very important digital transformation is very important. It has probably bolstered post-COVID, because we have seen during the COVID how digital communication is important, not only for teaching but also for other activities also. So why not take it forward, and why stop it up post-COVID? So all the educational institutes and authorities have acknowledged that and given the universities a flexible authority to convert up to 40% of their credits to be taken, can be taken through online mode. And as you are also the students of media and communication, I would also say, because you have a lot of responsibility in your hand, when you complete your degree and move towards your real job destinations, you have the capacity to change narratives of the society, because you are directly communicating with the general people through various medium. It could be print, it could be live, it could be digital, it could be many other communication through media communication. So the one thing what I want to suggest, that be truthful and be ethical, because we have seen through multiple occasions that changing the narrative can be sometimes very important for certain organization to get business benefits. But as a students of Adamas University, where our Honorable Chancellor and Vice Chancellor always given directive to be truthful and ethical, so I'm sure that in your real world also, when you take up job, in various media organizations, you will also thought about that and be as you are also the Adamites, and be proud and take your university to newer heights. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Rudra Prasad Saha sir, for your kind words. Yesterday we missed it, but today we are not going to miss it. What I am talking about, I'll let you know. But before that, I would say we have a few very prominent dignitaries with us who has joined online. Professor Saxena, Professor Dhulia and Professor Bhanawat. We will listen to them one by one. But now, yesterday we missed to hear Momita Mukherjee ma'am on stage, but today we are not going to miss it, ma'am. So I would request Dean R&D of Adamas University, Professor Momita Mukherjee, please come up on the stage and say a few words.
Thank you very much, and I hope all of you have enjoyed the conference, learned a lot of things from here. This is the purpose of any conference, that the interaction with the peers, which domain the research activities are actually going on. So I hope yesterday and today morning you have gathered knowledge. With the conference will end, that is normal, but this end should be the beginning of new chapter in your life. Whatever you have gained, try to explore that, try to continue that in future research. And I am very happy that to know from Novina that a large number of papers you have received from different parts of India and abroad. And after review, 80 papers are selected and presented yesterday and today. So my suggestion, I have already shared with the conveners, that after the conference, you try to publish it in full form, after review obviously, form a board of reviewers, and after review, try to publish that in a proceedings, maybe Springer or any equivalent, and so that the academic importance, you will get academic importance from there, and continue next year also with the same spirit. In university, we always encourage students to participate in different conferences, and also to the faculty members. So this conference, I have seen that a good number of speakers were invited from they are doing excellent research in their own field, and from their speech, I hope the students, you have already gained something, you came to know something, where actually the focus should be given, in what direction, because as Professor Saha just now mentioned, in NEP, dissertation in final year, it is an important part. And in dissertation, what will be your topic, and from there, what number of, whether any publication will come or not, that will depend upon the selection of the topic only. So this type of conference will help the student as well as the faculty member to find out the area, gap area, where focus should be given. So thank you very much, and I am very much thankful to the organizer, because it is not very easy to conduct such conference, to 2 days meet, and to get that large number of papers from different parts. So definitely you have given a lot of effort, and in coming year also, I hope the effort will continue, and best of luck for next year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Momita Mukherjee ma'am. Now it's time to listen to the speakers who are waiting with us online. We have 3 dignitaries who has joined us online. Professor Ambarish Saxena, Professor Sanjeev Vanawat and Professor Dhulia. But we came to know that Professor Saxena is traveling right now, and with the permission of Professor Dhulia and Bhanawat, we would request Professor Saxena, Ambrish Saxena, to say a few words. I would request the console team to broadcast Professor Saxena. Professor Ambrish Saxena currently working at South Asian University. He is the former Dean of Media School of Delhi Metropolitan Education, which is DME Noida. He is a journalist turned media educator and has worked on all media platforms such as print, radio, TV, films, and digital during his long career. So, now over to Professor Saxena.
Thank you. I mean, we talk about the conference, particularly at the outset. I would like to congratulate the organizers to have this kind of conference continuously every year. And luckily, I have been associated with this conference right from the year of the inception. And every year I found that it's growing bit by bit. This year's topic, which is media and communication, and particularly talking about the relationship of the three major components of media. One is gender, and another is the power. Now, if we look at the media, right from the beginning, since the time media started in any part of the world and in India, two factors have been very, very important. One is the technology, and another is the power. The people who are sitting in the governance, making the policies of the country, and then running the day-to-day affairs. When we talk about technology, obviously all growth of technology right from Hickey's days to present day in 2026, the days of the AI, it is always the technology, because it plays a very major role in the generation of the content and dissemination of the contents and the transmission of the content. But here we are more concerned to the power. And if we look into this relationship of the media and power, and if I can refer to the normative theories which have been mooted on this relationship only, and right from the beginning, right from the days of the monarchy to the days of the democracy, when we talk about the social responsibility, the relationship is such wherein those who are sitting in power, they always try to use the media in their own way, or they do not like the independent functioning of the media. Whatever good things we talk about the democratic setup, whatever good things we talk about the social responsibility of media. And here I can take the most recent example which has happened in Uttar Pradesh. During this labor unrest in Noida for the last 10 days or so, we have been watching what all happened. And during this labor unrest, the police used all kinds of atrocities. And when the media tried to report it, there were a lot of harassment of media. And the yesterday's news, if we can look at, a journalist was arrested in Lucknow for reporting that labor unrest. Now, this is these kind of examples can tell us the equations, the relationship between the media and the power. Media cannot function independently unless there is a positive support from those who are sitting in governance. And this is not the story of India alone. If we look into the global perspective, just look at what is happening in other countries, right from the US to Iran to any country which is, where the people are sitting in governance, they try to use or misuse media to serve their own interest, and only that information reach the people which is suiting to the people who are sitting in governance. Like if we look at the example of Israel in the West Asia conflict that is happening. We are hardly any news originating from Israel, and the world hardly knows what is happening in Israel, what kind of casualties are happening, what kind of damage is happening because of the strike of Iran. Why? Because the media is completely censored, and most of the censorship, I mean, across countries, most of the censorship of media or the control of media happen in the name of the national security, in the name of national interest. So, when media is not allowed to function properly, despite all kind of technological changes, as I was already referring to, because what internet has brought, the kind of change in media functioning, wherein the delivery of content and even generation of content has become more easy comparatively. And why? Because before the internet, there used to be only one side of the communication, but now the information creators, they are also the information receivers, and the whole concept is such wherein any one of us, even if we are not working, any one of us is not working as a journalist, if we want to create some content and to disseminate some content, we can do it ourselves. So the whole concept of citizen journalism has come into. But despite all these technological changes, the media is controlled by the people sitting in power, because if the internet is not allowed to function, then whatever good content are being created by independent people, the dissemination will never be possible. In the West Asia conflict, if we look into as to what happened in Iran, a few of my friends are living there, and if I was trying to connect to them and to find out what was happening in Iran, they were not able to respond. One of my friends replied after 10 days, and he said that because of the internet disruption and the blockage of this internet, they are not able to communicate. So media cannot communicate without the support of the power, whether it is the case of Iran, whether it's the case of Israel, or whether it's the case of India. So this is really a matter of concern. If we look into the gender perspective, particularly the situation which is there in the global south, I will not quote global north in this respect, because in most of the countries, most European countries and the US, there is a proper representation of gender in media, wherein the people from the other sex, they are involved in taking policy decisions, they are involved in deciding as to what kind of content should be broadcast, should not be broadcast, and they have some representation wherein right kind of decisions are taken. Because in the case of media, the most important thing is the editorial decisions. Who is taking the editorial decisions? If we take the example of India, look at whichever television channel or any newspaper. If I refer to primarily on television channels, common people may find that all important anchors are female. Any channel that we talk about, but that's simply the face of it, which is very, very misleading. The fact of the matter is that no channel till date is headed by a female anchor or by a woman journalist. Why this kind of situation is happening even today? In print media, situation may be different slightly in terms of the women having the leadership positions in the newsroom. But then overall the number of women is not that much. In television channels, particularly the channels which are located in the national capital and in other big cities, there the number of women is more, but they are not the decision makers. So gender perspective is always missing. This I talked about on the side of the women who are working or allowed to work in the media organizations. But what about the coverage of women-centric issues, gender-centric issues? And from that perspective, most of the television channels, most of the newspapers, they do not have the right kind of sensitivity to cover gender-centric matters. Women's issues are not at all raised, and even if such kind of issues are raised, like if I can give you a very recent example of this act which was brought related to LGBTQ. The government brought an amendment to an earlier act which was brought by this same government, wherein it was made compulsory that all third gender people, they have to get their medical test done. So there was a lot of hue and cry on that amendment, but this matter was reported by some newspaper, but there was no debate generated on this issue. I did not find any serious debate happening on this issue on any television channels or any major articles published on this on any newspaper. So this is the kind of sensitivity that we journalists have in newspapers and television channels, and this can be partly for the reason that either there are not enough women in the leadership positions, or in number they are not there, and when they are not into decision making, the gender issues, like as I gave you this example, the gender issues will not be properly raised. So what we need, I mean, maybe an idealist position which I am talking about, but unless within the media organizations, within the setup of the newsroom, there is a need to give more representation to women. Once that happens, those women will hopefully be taking the decisions which are in the interest of women, wherein the right kind of perspective is shown, the gender centric issues are given proper importance, and also there is further a need that media should try to exercise that strength which is somewhere missing, we all know. But media has to muster that courage, media has to exercise that courage, wherein they are taking sides, whether when there are issues related to society, when there are issues related to human rights, when there are issues which are related to the larger welfare of the society. If that happens, then we can find that media can contribute significantly in creating a better society. So it's a collective effort. I am not saying that any one organization, any one sector, any one community is responsible to bring this change. We all have to do this collectively. And incidentally, the other panelists in this channel, Professor Subhash Dhulia himself has been a very senior journalist before turning to media education. He can certainly throw some more light on the issues that I raised. Professor Banawat has also a very deep connection to journalism. So I believe that this session will generate some new ideas, some new thoughts, which will ultimately benefit the whole spectrum. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Ambrish Saxena sir, for being with us. Thank you so much, sir. We are in the valedictory session of ICMC 4, International Conference on Gender, Power and Media Global Perspective on Representation and Resistance. This is our second and final day. We have two partners with us, our digital media partner Edugraph and digital radio partner 91.9 FM. Now, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Subhash Dhulia, who is a distinguished academician, researcher, and educational administrator with over 4 decades of experience in media academics and journalism. He has held several prestigious positions, including the former Vice Chancellor of Uttarakhand Open University, Director IIMC, and the list is actually quite long. Without a further ado, I would request Professor Subhash Dhulia sir to say a few words. Sir, over to you.
Thank you very much for inviting me for this conference. Professor Rudra Prasad Sahu, Dr. Kuldeep Swaj, my fellow panelist, Professor Sanjeev Banawat, Professor Ambrish Saxena, Mr. Arnav Basu, Dr. Nobina Chakravarti, Dr. Swati Chakravarti, and all members of the team and dear participants. The topic for today's session is the gender power global perspective on representation and assistance. It's a very, very important topic and very vast in nature, but I understand that during this conference, all of you have thoroughly deliberated on all the dimensions of these things. In my brief interaction with you, I would more focus on power, gender, and media. Now, first is we must define what power is. Power has three categories. One is the governmental power, and second is the people's power, and third is the corporate power. Now, in today's context, when the world has globalized, we have to study the power of the corporate sector, the power of the multinational corporations. Power is not just confined to the government. We may have instances when government is direct in regulating media, arresting journalists, some incidents based. So in all the researchers, when they realize it, so we should discuss the freedom of press or the how the media operates only in terms of the government interference. The power of corporate sector has to be discussed, analyzed, and discussed thoroughly. So that's where is the important. Second is the what is the power now? Primarily, traditionally, historically, the power is the economics. Who control the economics? They control the power also. Now, what is the economics of the media today? We have huge multinational corporations. We have corporate controlled media. We talk about a lot about the social media and citizen journalism, but still, even the social media sphere is dominantly controlled by the multinational corporations or the corporate world. So that power, that ownership pattern, we have to think about it. And in terms of gender issues, next come the role of the cosmetic industry, the beauty industry, because gender issues are directly related of media portrayal in advertising, not just news. It's not just confined to the composition of the editorial departments, but the point is what kind of image is being generated. Now, advertising industry has become very, very powerful. Advertising industry controls the media also. It controls editorial content, and the biggest thing is that it controls the advertisings. And this entire cosmetic industry is portraying women some type of some pleasure visual, something which is very romantic, and something which is kind of a sex symbol. Now, why that happens? Because when you have to sell your products in the market, then you have to define certain parameters. Now, beauty industry is very important in that. Cosmetic industry, through intensive advertising, they define certain parameters. The first parameter is what is beauty. And to become beautiful, you have to do all these things. Then you have all kind of products that will make you beautiful. So that's how it operates. And the reality is that beauty has no universal definition. Beauty is our perception, and the perception of beauty depends from society to society. In some parts, like the parts where I come from, the Uttarakhand, there's very strong color bias. In some other states, it's not so. In African countries, it's not the color bias. So if you take the global perspective, then there is no universal perception of the beauty, what beauty is. But cosmetic industry always tries to standardize the beauty. They sell that image of beauty even in those parts of the world while the perception of beauty is totally different. So it is kind of overshadowing the national borders and making it a global kind of a standard that this is the beauty which should be globally accepted. That is the role of cosmetic industry and the kind of intense advertising that they take. So that's another thing. And uh, what is now the media projection now? We have first thing is that we have to define what is media today in context of the gender. Media is one was traditional media. Then we have television, we have radio, we have social media, we have digital platforms, and each of these media they have their own characteristics. Now, media you have to analyze the depiction of the women in advertising. We read all kind of stories about the censorship and this particular song is being taken out of the film, it being controversial. But I don't know whether our policymaker they are watching the entire media industry the way the women is depicted, particularly in the advertising. Now in social media also, uh, recently I have noticed one thing is that it's very dominant that women are not shown in a normal position. It's always something they are being depicted as sex symbol, as an object of desire, some kind of a visuals which is pleasure. Their real personality, their real identity is hardly depicted in the media. It's in advertising industry, it's in other kind of content. So that's very important that we have to analyze uh, the projection of the gender women and not confined to the news, because news is not playing the dominant role in portrayal of the image of women rather than social media and advertising and social media like Instagram and Facebook. You see the kind of reels they are showing at there is a huge amount of advertising industry on those youngsters who are making these videos. I won't say vulgar, but they are not aesthetically beautiful. All kind of videos. They want to get likes. And these reels, just have a look at it, what a horrible situation it is. So that's what really is happening. And even today, historically also, women were portrayed as a symbol of beauty, weak, symbol of desire, and men were always projected as the people of strength, rational, authoritative, and that perception has broken to a certain extent because women are holding important positions in the power structure, whether it's government or multinational. But still, the dominant paradigm remains the same. The entire advertising industry is still working on the premise, and there's a dominant perception that is going on. Now, in the changing situation, now technology has emerged as a player. Now, technology has multiplied the power of media. And the same technology are not being used to bring about any transformative or any change, but to reinforce all this what is already existing. So that's where we are today. And it's, I think, up to the researchers that they have to think about those dimensions, get new ideas for the research, for your writing, for the content, and try to influence the discourse on the subject of gender, power, and media. And I don't know now who is in control, to what extent people are in control, to what extent we are in control. Well, definitely we are not in control, but we have power to influence the discourse. And that power to influence discourse can happen only when we make effective intervention through our research, our writing, that our voice can be heard across the globe. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Dhulia, for being with us and for your kind words. Thank you so much, sir. Now we are going to call someone who is waiting with us online for a long time, Professor Dr. Sanjeev Bhanawat. Sir is very popular in media and academics. We all know him very well. Sir has endless work profile, awards, recognitions, books, research papers in his success bag. But I really want to highlight his personal and philanthropic contributions to the society, to us actually. I'm talking about Professor Sanjeev Bhanawat. To honor the legacy of his parents, Bhanawat sir has established an advanced research center at his residence. The center houses over 13,000 books, offering valuable resources for researchers in Hindi literature, Rajasthani literature, journalism and mass communication, which is, I think, outstanding and really commendable. So I would request now Sanjeev Bhanawat sir to say a few words for us. Sir, over to you.
सर बहुत बहुत आभार आमंत्रित करने के लिए। श्रद्धेय प्रोफेसर धूलिया जी, भाई अमरीश जी, प्रोफेसर रुद्र प्रसाद साहा जी, अर्नब बाबू जी, डॉक्टर नवीना चक्रवर्ती जी, डॉक्टर स्वाति अग्रवाल और ऑनलाइन और ऑफलाइन मोड में जुड़े हुए इस अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सम्मेलन के प्रतिनिधिगण। मुझे भी यह सौभाग्य मिला है कि अदमास यूनिवर्सिटी के ये जो एक शुरुआत की है अकादमिक विमर्श की, विचार विमर्श की, पिछले 4 वर्षों में मुझे प्रारंभ से ही इसके साथ जुड़ने का एक सौभाग्य मिला है और ये जो विचार विमर्श हुआ है उससे बहुत कुछ सीखने का और अपने आप को अभिव्यक्त करने का भी अवसर मिला है। एक बार पुनः आपने मुझे अवसर दिया एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण विषय पर बात करने के लिए, जिसकी शुरुआत मेरे पूर्व के जो दोनों पैनलिस्ट थे हमारे, उन्होंने बहुत ही भली प्रकार से उस विषयों को आपके सामने प्रस्तुत किया है। आज का ये जो हमारा विषय है, जेंडर, पावर एंड मीडिया, लैंगिकता, शक्ति और मीडिया, प्रतिनिधित्व और प्रतिरोध पर वैश्विक दृष्टिकोण, निश्चय ही यह विषय बहुत महत्वपूर्ण और आज की सामयिक आवश्यकताओं के अनुरूप है। मैं अपनी बात एक छोटे से प्रश्न से शुरू करूंगा। क्या मीडिया केवल समाज का दर्पण है या समाज को गढ़ने वाली एक सशक्त शक्ति के रूप में भी इसको हम देख सकते हैं, समझ सकते हैं? मुझे लगता है मीडिया केवल प्रतिबिंब नहीं बल्कि वास्तविकताओं का निर्माण करता, जिसे आप कंस्ट्रक्टर ऑफ रियलिटीज भी कहते हैं, यही वो केंद्र बिंदु है जहां जेंडर और पावर के बीच जो एक पारस्परिक संबंध है उसकी चर्चा प्रासंगिक हो जाती है। ये बात सही है जैसा प्रोफेसर धूलिया जी ने कहा, भाई अमरीश जी ने भी कहा, और मुझे लगता है कि जो 2 दिन में यहाँ 77 पत्र वाचन की जो बात की गई है उसमें भी ये बात किसी न किसी रूप में आई होगी, जहाँ महिलाओं को अक्सर सौंदर्य, संवेदनशीलता और निर्भरता के फ्रेम में प्रस्तुत किया जाता है, वहीं पुरुषों को निर्णायक, शक्तिशाली और नेतृत्वकर्ता के रूप में दिखाया जाता है। लेकिन जब मैं भारतीय पत्रकारिता की परंपरा को देखता हूं, संयोग से अगले महीने मैं, चूंकि हिंदी पत्रकारिता में मेरा मुख्य रूप से रुझान रहा है, उसको मैंने ज्यादा पढ़ा, देखा, समझा, महसूस किया है, तो हम अगले महीने 200 वर्ष पूरे करने जा रहे हैं हिंदी पत्रकारिता के 30 मई। और यह भी कितना अद्भुत संयोग है कि कोलकाता, जहां आपका यह विश्वविद्यालय है, वही भूमि हिंदी पत्रकारिता की जन्मभूमि भी रही है। उस भूमि से जो ये पुष्प या बीज अंकुरित हुआ, पुष्पित हुआ, पल्लवित हुआ, उसको जब मैं देखता हूं तो मुझे याद आते हैं भारतेंदु हरीशचंद्र, बनारस से। जिस समय आज हम इतनी बड़ी बड़ी बातें कर रहे हैं महिला अधिकारों की और उसको लेकर के, 1873-74 में भारतेंदु ने बाला बोधनी नामक पत्रिका निकाल करके महिला अधिकार और महिला शिक्षा की बात की थी। तो मुझे लगता है हमारे देश की परंपरा में महिला पुरुष जैसे 2 भागों को अलग अलग करने की बजाय हम समग्र रूप से कहीं इस परंपरा को देखें कि किस प्रकार से ये एक दूसरे के साथ सहभागी होकर के उन मुद्दों को आगे ले जा सकते हैं। बहुत पुरानी बातें नहीं है, आजादी के बाद भी लंबे समय तक मैं जब जनसत्ता, सहारा जैसे अखबार पढ़ता रहा उसमें मैंने जैसे जनसत्ता में कॉलम था, अनु आनंद लिखा करती थी आधी दुनिया करके। सहारा का हस्तक्षेप जैसे जो सप्लीमेंट थे, उसमें इस देश की आधी जनसंख्या के बारे में कितना लिखा जाता था। दूसरी ओर वो पत्रिकाएं, सौभाग्य दुर्भाग्य से पत्रिकाएं बंद हो गई। फार्मा जैसी पत्रिकाएं हमारे यहाँ प्रकाशित हुई। मृणाल पांडे जिसकी संपादक ये कुछ शायद माइक किसी का ऑन है। मृणाल पांडे जैसी संपादक उसमें रही और उन्होंने वैचारिक दृष्टि से इन मुद्दों को उठाया। दूसरी ओर ट्रेडिशनल जो पत्र पत्रिकाएं हैं, जो हमारी ट्रेडिशनल कहना चाहिए कि जो कंटेंट है, जैसे मनोरमा, गृह शोभा जैसी पत्रिकाएं, मुझे एक दौर में लगता था कि जब मैं गृह शोभा के पेज पलटता हूं तो लगता है हिंदुस्तान की महिलाएं अभी भी 40 साल पीछे हैं। और जब फेमिना जैसी पत्रिकाओं के पृष्ठ पलटने का मौका मिलता था तो लगता था कहीं वो 40 साल आगे की बात कर रही है। तो अलग अलग तरह का व्यवहार जो है मैं कहीं देखता हूं, लेकिन फिर भी ऐसा नहीं है कि मीडिया में महिलाओं के मुद्दे पूरी तरह उपेक्षित है। अभी भी कुछ ऐसे संस्थान, हिंदुस्तान टाइम्स, उसके शीर्ष पर महिलाओं का ही नियंत्रण है। कई ऐसे संस्थान या एजेंसीज आपको मिल जाएंगी जिनके बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स में महिलाओं का दबदबा है। कितनी महिला पत्रकार, महिला लेखिकाएं, महिला लेखिकाएं, सब लेखिकाएं तो महिलाएं होती हैं, महिला पत्रकार और लेखिकाएं आज हमारे साथ जुड़ी हुई हैं, जो साहित्य और पत्रकारिता के माध्यम से अद्भुत काम कर रही हैं। आवश्यकता है इन विषयों पर विशेष शोध करके जिस तरह के मुद्दों पर, क्योंकि समस्या यह है जिस कॉरपोरेट जगत की बात भाई सुभाष धूलिया जी कर रहे थे, वहां हम इन मुद्दों पर बहुत अधिक ध्यान दे नहीं पाते हैं। हमारी प्राथमिकता दूसरी ओर रहती है। मैं तो एक छोटी सी बात करता हूं, युद्ध को लेकर के जितनी आप घटनाक्रम देख रहे हैं उसमें महिलाओं को विक्टिम के रूप में देख रहे हैं। क्या कभी आपने इस पक्ष पर लिखने की कोशिश की, कोई फिचराइज किया कि वो महिलाएं जो युद्ध में पीड़ित हैं, जो पुरुष सीमाओं पर लड़ रहे हैं, महिलाएं सारे उनके घर टूट टाट गए, हेल्थ सर्विसेज खत्म हो गई, स्कूल खत्म हो गए, उस दौर में किस तरह से वो बच्चों को संभाल रही हैं, उनकी शिक्षा की व्यवस्था को संभाल रही हैं, घर को देख रही हैं, किस तरह से वो कंट्री के मॉरल को बूस्टअप कर रही है। क्या कभी हमने जानने की कोशिश की कि वो महिलाएं किस तरह से उन सारी समस्याओं और चुनौतियों को झेल रही हैं? तो मुझे लगता है कि उस पक्ष पर भी कभी ध्यान दिया जाए। जो भी वहां कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंट्स काम कर रहे हैं, यदि उस पक्ष को भी देखें तो शायद हम ज्यादा प्रभावी ढंग से इन मुद्दों को सामने लेकर के आ सकते हैं। इसलिए मुझे लगता है कि मीडिया एक ऐसी सांस्कृतिक संरचना या ऐसा कल्चरल कंस्ट्रक्ट समाज में तैयार कर सकता है जो इस पूरे परिवेश को सही तरीके से सोचने समझने की एक आधार भूमिका तैयार कर सकता है। ये बात सही है, भाई अमरीश जी ने बार बार इस बात को रेखांकित किया कि मीडिया संस्थानों के निर्णयकारी पदों पर एक ही वर्ग का वर्चस्व है, तो स्वाभाविक है कि दृष्टिकोण सीमित रह जाएगा। दूसरी ओर जब धूलिया जी ने कॉरपोरेट जगत की बात की तो मुझे लगता है आज के दौर में ये इतना अधिक हावी है कि इन कॉरपोरेट की दुनिया ने हमारा फ्रंट पेज खरीद लिया अखबारों का। एक दौर था जब एक अंग्रेजी के अखबार ने फ्रंट पेज पर विज्ञापन छापा था, पूरे देश में उसका विरोध किया गया कि प्रथम पृष्ठ की पवित्रता समाप्त हो गई, और आज पहला पृष्ठ, दूसरा पृष्ठ, तीसरा पृष्ठ, चौथा पृष्ठ, सब विज्ञापन के 5वें 6ठे पेज में जाकर के हमको न्यूज मिलती है। और इसी तरह से जो आपका रेडियो टेलीविजन या जो ये जो माध्यम है, यहां का भी प्राइम टाइम इन कॉर्पोरेट हाउसेस से खरीद लिया है। ऐसे में हमारे सामने विकल्प क्या है? दूसरी ओर एक अखबार का जिक्र करना चाहूंगा, खबर लहरिया। जिस ग्रामीण और दलित महिला पत्रकारों ने खबर लहरिया को शुरू किया, जिसे यूनेस्को ने सम्मानित किया, कई मंच पर जाकर के जब मैं खबर लहरिया की बात करता हूं तो मुझे कई बार बड़ा खेद होता है, दुख होता है कि देश के अधिसंख्य मीडिया कर्मी, मीडिया के विद्यार्थी खबर लहरिया से परिचित नहीं है, जिस पर बनी हुई डॉक्यूमेंट्री ऑस्कर अवार्ड के लिए नॉमिनेट होती है। मैंने जो एक वेबिनार सीरीज शुरू कर रखी है उसमें खबर लहरिया के 1-2 प्रतिनिधियों को एक बार आमंत्रित किया था। हालांकि वो उस डॉक्यूमेंट्री से बहुत खुश नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी खबर लहरिया ने अंतर्राष्ट्रीय मंच पर कई अपनी पहचान बनाई, यूनेस्को से उनसे पुरस्कृत किए गए। तो सामान्य पढ़ी लिखी महिलाएं जब ये करने में सक्षम हैं तो मुख्य धारा के मीडिया से क्यों नहीं इस प्रकार की अपेक्षा कर सकते हैं कि वो एक नई क्रांति की मिसाल बन करके आए, जिस तरह से छोटे छोटे अंचलों से ये सारे के सारे प्रयास किए जा रहे हैं। आज पश्चिम देशों में मी टू जैसे जो आंदोलन शुरू हुए थे, उन्होंने भी कहीं ना कहीं मीडिया की भूमिका को चुनौती दी है। विकासशील देशों में महिलाओं की भागीदारी बढ़ी है और उम्मीद की जानी चाहिए कि निर्णय प्रक्रिया में भी आने वाले समय में उनको और हिस्सेदारी मिलेगी। हम कहीं महिलाओं की सक्रिय और निर्णयकारी जो उनकी एक शक्ति क्षमता है उसको नजरअंदाज करने की प्रवृत्ति को छोड़ करके कहीं उसको प्राथमिकता दें और केवल एक विक्टिम के रूप में उन्हें चित्रित करने की बजाय उन्हें एक आत्मनिर्भर और एक सशक्त महिलाओं के रूप में कहीं चित्रित करने की कोशिश करें, तो मुझे लगता है कि शायद इन मुद्दों से उबरने की या उनके उस संघर्ष से उनको मजबूत बनाने की क्षमता को हम अधिक प्रभावी ढंग से उभार पाएंगे। मीडिया सत्ता को उपकरण हो सकता है, वहीं दूसरी ओर वह प्रतिरोध का एक प्रमुख मंच भी बन सकता है। सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म ने हाशिए की आवाजों को आज एक मुख्य धारा में लाने की कोशिश की है। वैकल्पिक मीडिया ने कई तरह की कहानियों को, स्टोरीज को एक जन्म दिया है। डिजिटल एक्टिविज्म ने यह साबित कर दिया है कि बदलाव केवल सड़कों पर नहीं बल्कि स्क्रीन के माध्यम से भी हो सकता है। कितने सारे ऐसे आंदोलन चले हैं, इतना समय नहीं है कि एक एक पर विचार किया जाए, लेकिन इन्होंने भी कहीं अपनी होंगी बहुत सारी चुनौतियां। हर तकनीक जब आती है तो अपने साथ नई चुनौतियां लेकर के आती है, तो नई संभावनाओं को लेकर के भी आती है। तो यदि हम सकारात्मक रूप से इनका उपयोग करेंगे तो निश्चय ही जिन चिंताओं को इन अकादमिक मंचों पर प्रकट किया जाता है, उन चिंताओं को, उन समस्याओं को शायद हम दूर करने में कहीं एक कदम आगे बढ़ पाएंगे। भारत एक विविध देश है, विविध यहाँ की संस्कृतियां, यहाँ की परंपराएं, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है कि महिलाओं की भागीदारी बढ़ी है। पारंपरिक रूढ़ियां अभी भी मौजूद हैं, इसमें भी कोई संदेह नहीं है। आज ओटीटी जैसे प्लेटफॉर्म हमारे सामने आ गए हैं जहां कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स की एक नई पीढ़ी आ गई है, बल्कि यूं कहूं कि उन्होंने एक तरह से नई परिभाषाएं गढ़ी है कंटेंट की। उसमें जो वैविध्य है, यथार्थ है, उसको भी हम देख सकते हैं, समझ सकते हैं। एक तरफ दबंग और पद्मावत जैसी फिल्में जहां महिलाओं को पुरुष सत्ता के अधीन दिखाया गया, वहीं दूसरी ओर पिंक और दंगल जैसी फिल्में, थप्पड़ जैसी फिल्में जो हैं वो भी महिला सशक्तिकरण के नए आख्यान रचती हैं। टेलीविजन धारावाहिकों में आज भी ऐसे धारावाहिक हैं जो साजिश रचते हैं या सास बहू या आदर्श बलिदानी नारी की छवियां हावी हैं जो सामाजिक चेतना को पीछे खींचती हैं। तो दोनों तरह की प्रवृत्तियां हैं। हमारी प्राथमिकता क्या होनी चाहिए या किसको हम इस तरह से अपनी प्राथमिकताओं पे लाएं, उसके लिए और एक हमें अपने अभिरुचियों को भी मुझे लगता है कहीं ना कहीं परिवर्तित करना पड़ेगा। इसलिए मीडिया एजुकेशन में, एक मीडिया एजुकेटर के रूप में मुझे लगता है कि हम लोगों की भी जिम्मेदारी है। हमें अपने पाठ्यक्रमों में जेंडर सेंसिटिविटी को प्राथमिकता देनी होगी, मीडिया एथिक्स को प्राथमिकता पे पढ़ाना होगा और डाइवर्सिटी और इंक्लूजन, इसको हमें प्राथमिकता देनी होगी। एनएपी की बात अभी यहां उठाई गई थी, उसमें भी लगभग इसी तरह की बातें हैं। जो मुख्य बात है क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग, जो आलोचनात्मक चिंतन है, और वो आलोचनात्मक चिंतन केवल पीजी स्टूडेंट के लिए नहीं, प्राइमरी क्लास का जो बच्चा है वो भी कहीं ना कहीं अपनी समस्याओं से जूझ रहा है। कहीं ना कहीं उसके साथ भी जिस तरह का उसको सामाजिक पारिवारिक परिवेश मिल रहा है, तो वो बच्चा टूटे नहीं, वो अवसाद में नहीं आए, बल्कि उन सारी चुनौतियों में कहीं अपनी सोचने समझने की क्षमताओं के आधार पर समाधान ढूंढने की ओर प्रेरित हो। जरा सी चुनौती या वो आने से घबराए नहीं, हर चुनौती का डटकर सामना करे, हर समस्या का समाधान ढूंढने के लिए आगे हो। वो क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग जब उसकी विकसित होगी तो मुझे लगता है कि वो जो आने वाली पीढ़ी है वो इन समस्याओं, क्योंकि एआई ने तो बहुत रेडीमेड मसाला देना शुरू कर दिया है। एआई हमारा बॉस नहीं बने, एआई को हम एक सहायक उपकरण के रूप में कहीं, ये सारा जो मीडिया लिटरेसी की बात हम करते हैं ये हमें बचपन से ही शायद शुरू करनी पड़ेगी। तो मैं अपनी बात को इसी वक्तव्य के कथन के साथ समाप्त करूंगा कि मीडिया केवल कहानियां नहीं सुनाता है, वह यह भी तय करता है कि कौन सी कहानियां सुनाई जाएंगी और कौन सी आवाज सुनी जाएगी। अंत में एक बार फिर मैं अदमास यूनिवर्सिटी के आयोजकों, सभी वक्ताओं, प्रतिभागियों को इस बेहतरीन आयोजन के लिए धन्यवाद देता हूं और विशेषकर डॉक्टर नवीना चक्रवर्ती, जिन्होंने मुझे इस पूरे जो आपका ये आंदोलन है, विचार आंदोलन, इसके साथ किसी न किसी रूप से पिछले 4 वर्षों के साथ जोड़ा रखा है। संयोग से अभी तक ये अवसर ऑनलाइन मिला है, इस उम्मीद में कि कभी ऐसा भी दौर आएगा जब चाय की चुस्कियों के साथ लंच और डिनर की टेबल पर खिलखिलाते हुए, ठहाके लगाते हुए, हम सभी इन्हीं मुद्दों पर गंभीर चिंताएं प्रकट करते हुए इस समाज को आगे बढ़ाने में जो हमारे पे एक सामाजिक या शैक्षिक जिम्मेदारियां हैं उनको निभाने का पूरा प्रयास कर पाएंगे। आपने मुझे समय दिया, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
Thank you so much, Sanjeev sir. It is always so nice to listen to you. Uh, what happens actually, I follow sir on LinkedIn, and whenever there is a conference poster on media and communication, sir is always there. So thank you so much, sir. Once again, I would like to convey our heartfelt gratitude to three of our online distinguished guests for today. Professor Bhanawat, we have heard sir, Professor Dhulia and Professor Ambrish Saxena. একবার জোরে হাততালি ওনাদের সবার জন্য। Thank you so much. Now it's time for revealing the report for ICMC 4. And to do so, I would request Dr. Swati Agarwal ma'am, the head of the department, School of Media and Communication. Please come up on the stage, ma'am.
So very good morning to all of you. I hope all the students had a very good time. They enjoyed listening to all the speakers in these 2 days. Okay, so this is our 4th year of organizing this conference, International Conference on Media and Communication. So this is the 4th year we are organizing this in a row. So this conference on gender, power and media is an attempt to look beyond definition and labels. Gender is not merely a category, it is an experience lived by people and is shaped by culture, power, and it shows in everyday interactions of our life. It is our responsibility, as Rudra sir also mentioned earlier, to question stereotypes and represent voices that often go unheard. It is important to give dignity and equal opportunity to everyone. Let us use this space, this conference, these discussions to listen, learn, and unlearn things. Because real change does not lie in theories, but in the way we choose to see each other and treat one another each and every day. I would also like to express my gratitude to our Associate Dean Sir, Dr. Kuldeep Sivach, and to Dr. Navina Chakravarti, who worked very hard to bring this conference together. Also, I would like to thank each and every member of the School of Media and Communication who are a part of the organizing committee, who have worked relentlessly to make this conference successful. Our faculty members, Ms. Trina Chatterjee, Ms. Ipshita Banerjee, Mr. Orno Bashu, Dr. Lakshmi Mishra, Mr. Shoman Dash, Mr. Ankush Chakraborty, Dr. Privat Giri, Dr. Purabi Bhattacharya, Dr. Intikhab Ali Shamsi, Mr. Kunal Shamadyar, Mr. Indrajit Goswami, Mr. Pradeep Roy, Mr. Sanjay Kumar Moitro, Mr. Ronindranath Sinha, Mr. Dipashish Datta, Mr. Shubhojit Dalal, and Mr. Shuman Sengupta. Thank you, Ms. Priyanka Pal. Also, a big thanks to Tonmoyda. Thank you to Ronan Sheel sir, the IT team, the canteen team, Cozy Nook, Transport Department, Parthoda, Shushmita Di, the entire hospitality and management team, and the people who manage the venue, and all the staff members of Adamus University who have helped us, who managed everything from venue to food, the branding team, the photographer, Shubir Da, for an excellent coverage of the event. A very big thanks to our student volunteers who worked through every part of the conference and oversaw all the arrangements. Also appreciation to all our students for attending the conference and participating in it. Thank you to all the participants and paper presenters who are there with us today in this auditorium, who have come here to listen to the speakers. So in this conference, ICMC 2026, in the inaugural session, like whoever are the session chairs and session chairs, I'll just read out one by one all the names. So, we had our chief patron, Professor Dr. Shamit Rai, who is the Chancellor of Adamas University, the patron, Professor Shuranjan Das, Vice Chancellor, Adamas University. The chief guest of this conference was Professor Dr. Manoj Dayal, Vice Chancellor, Kushabhau Thakre, Patrakarita, Evam Jan Sanchar, Vishwavidyalay. Co-patron, Professor Dr. Radhatamal Goswami, Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Momita Mukherjee, Dean Research and Development, Professor Sneha Manju Bashu, Director of the Internal Quality Assurance Cell. The special guests, Ajit Pathak, National President, Public Relations Society of India, Professor Somendranath Bera, Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, University of Calcutta, Dr. Shantwan Chattopadhyay, Professor and Director of School of Journalism and Mass Communication, Jadavpur University, Professor Arpan Yagnik, Associate Professor, Penn State University, Professor Debajyoti Chanda, Professor of Rabindra Bharati University. These were the special guests. Mr. Ajit Pathak and Dr. Arpan Yagnik had joined online. Shaumendra sir, Shantwan sir, Debajyoti sir, they had come and attended the conference. They were there as guests in the conference yesterday. In the plenary session 1, the topic of the plenary session 1 was mediating gender, negotiating power, global narratives, and representation and resistance. We had the panelists in the plenary session, Professor K.G. Suresh, Director of India Habitat Center, and also former VC, Makhalal Chaturvedi University. Professor Kanchan Malik, Professor of University of Hyderabad, and she is also the UNESCO Chair on Community Media, University of Hyderabad. Professor Manisha Pathak Shelat, Chair, Center for Development, Management and Communication, MICA, Ahmedabad, Mudra Institute of Communications. Professor Padma Rani, Professor, Manipal Institute of Communication, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal. Professor Meenal Parekh, Professor and Dean, School of Arts, Media and Design, Sister Nivedita University. She is also the Director of Digital Media of Techno India Group. Professor Sonal Pandya, Professor and Head, Department of Communication, Journalism and Public Relations, Gujarat University. Professor Abdul Rauf Rizwan, Professor, University Technology, Mara. The moderator of this plenary session was Professor Ujjwal Kumar Chaudhary, Pro Vice Chancellor, Techno India University, and I was the session in charge. Then we had another plenary session, the second half. The topic of the session was Platforms and Portrayals, Gender in Contemporary Media and Corporate Systems. The moderator of the session was Navina Chakravarti, Dr. Navina Chakravarti, Associate Professor of our school. And session in charge was Ms. Ipshita Banerjee, Assistant Professor of our school. The guests, the panelists were Dr. Milind Damle, Associate Professor, Center for Open Learning, FTII, Dr. Devashish Sen, Professor and HOD, Writing for EDM, SRFTI, Dr. Ellen Tan, Assistant Professor, Tunku Abdul Rahman, University of Management and Technology, Malaysia, Dr. Shomila Kayal, Associate Professor, Department of Mass Communication, St. Xavier's University, Ms. Trina Chatterjee, Group Head, Brand Communications, and also the Director and Adjunct Faculty of SOMC, Dr. Amrita Bashu Roy Chaudhary, the Teaching Faculty of Lady Brabourne College, Prashant Kashyap, Writer, General Manager, Strategy and Brand Development of Dainik Jagran Prakashan Limited, of Jagran brand. Dr. Sheena V. Chakravarti, Head of the Department of Faculty of Communication, Media and Creative Industries at HELP University, Malaysia. Also, I would like to thank our collaborators, EduGraph and 91.9 Friends FM for supporting us. Now, I would be reading out the different tracks which we had. We had different parallel tracks running during the conference where a number of paper presenters joined and they presented their research papers. So track 1 was on gender, media representation and digital cultures of power and resistance. The session chair was Dr. Amitabh Srivastava, Professor and Head, Department of Culture and Media Studies, Dean, School of Social Sciences, Central University of Rajasthan. Dr. Shayab Pal, Associate Professor, Department of Liberal Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal. The moderator of this track was Mr. Shomin Das, faculty member, School of Media and Communication, Adamas University. The student coordinator was Mr. Shayun Shaha, BA Journalism and Mass Communication, Semester 2. Track 2 was on Digital Media, Social Media and Gender Activism. The session chair was Dr. V. Vijay Kumar, Associate Professor and Dean, School of Communications, XIM University, Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Dr. Shweta Singh, Associate Professor, University School of Mass Communication, Guru Gobind Singh, Indraprastha University, Delhi. She was the session co-chair. The moderator of this track was Dr. Lakshmi Mishra, Assistant Professor, School of Media and Communication. Track 3 was on intersectionality in media representation. The session chair here was, in track 2, the student coordinator was Ms. Shreyashri Bhomik, MA Journalism and Mass Communication, Semester 2. Track 3 was on intersectionality in media representation, and the session chair was Dr. Harish Kumar, Professor and Head, Department of Mass Communication, St. Xavier's University, Kolkata. The session co-chair was Dr. Lal Bahadur Ocha, Senior Assistant Professor, Makanlal Chaturvedi, National University of Journalism and Communication. The moderator was Dr. Intikhab Alam Shamsi, Assistant Professor, School of Media and Communication, Adamas University. Student coordinator being Mr. Jishnu Mukherjee, BA Journalism and Mass Communication, Semester 2. So thank you everyone for participating in the conference and making it a success. I would now like to call upon Dr. Naveena Chakravarti to carry the note further. Please come, ma'am.
Now I'm reading the track for the concluding remark. Track 4, the topic was Gender, Politics and New Media. The session chair was Dr. Devaprit Singh, Professor, Department of Mass Communication, Central University of Jharkhand. Session co-chair, Dr. Neha Pandey, Assistant Professor, Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, Banaras Hindu University. And moderator, Dr. Indranil Roy, guest faculty, Jadavpur University, Ravindra Bharati University and Surendranath College. The student coordinator of track 4, Ms. Onurima Paul, MA Journalism and Mass Communication, Semester 2. Track 5, the title is Alternative Media and Narrative of Resistance. The session chair was Dr. Monukunda Ravindranath, Professor, former Chair, Center of Media Studies, Jawaharlal Nehru University. Session co-chair, Dr. Amit Verma, Associate Professor and Registrar in Journalism and Mass Communication, Center of Distance and Online Education, Manipal University, Rajasthan. Moderator, Dr. Privit Giri, Assistant Professor, School of Media and Communication, Adamas University. And the student coordinator were Dr. Anubhav Roy. Sorry, Mr. Anubhav Roy, I just promoted him immediately. So, Mr. Anubhav Roy, MA Journalism and Mass Communication. The another student coordinator, Ms. Simran Pandey, MA Journalism and Mass Communication. Track 6, the topic was Gender, Identity and Cultural Narrative. The session chair, Dr. Rajesh Dash, Senior Assistant Professor, Department of Mass Communication, University of Vardhaman. Session co-chair, Nidhi Singhal, Assistant Professor, Department of Journalism, Delhi College of Art and Commerce, University of Delhi. Moderator, Mr. Ankush Chakravarti, Adjunct Faculty, SOMC, Adamas University. And the student coordinator, Ms. Swastika Adhikari, MA Journalism and Mass Communication, Semester 4. The track 7, Gender Theory and Emerging Media Frameworks. The session chair was Dr. Upendra Pari, Director of Institute of Media Studies, Utkal University. Dr. Devusuti Dashgupta, Assistant Professor, Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, Ashutosh College. And the session moderator was Dr. Purvi Bhattacharya, Assistant Professor, School of Media and Communication, Adamas University. And the student coordinator was Ms. Raj Lakshmi Bhattacharya, MA Journalism and Mass Communication, Semester 4, Adamas University. The track 8, Gender Representation in Film and Visual Culture. The session chair was Dr. Kuldeep Sivaj, Professor, Associate Dean, School of Media and Communication, Adamus University, session co-chair Dr. Novina Chakravarti, Associate Professor, School of Media and Communication, Adamus University, and the moderator Dr. Shomen Dash, faculty member, School of Media and Communication, and the student coordinator was Mr. Ayan Chatterjee, BA Journalism and Mass Communication, and the valedictory session was garnered with a wonderful plenary and the plenary panelists that we have in the session, that is Professor Sanjeev Bhanawat, former head and professor, Center of Mass Communication, University of Rajasthan; Professor Shubhas Dhulia, former Vice Chancellor, Uttarakhand Open University and Director of IIMC; Professor Amrish Saxena, Professor, South Asian University; Professor Prasad Saha, Professor Rudra Saha, Dean Academics, Adamus University; Session in charge, Mr. Arnab Basu, Assistant Professor, Adamus University. Here are the different track with 8 different track and the valedictory session. I would like to just take a few names, the institute that we have received 80 registration and more than 77 paper. I'm just narrating, or I'm just disclosing few of the wonderful university that we have got the presentation. Jamia Millia Islamia University, Institute of Management Study, Kolkata; then RV University, Bangalore; University of Hyderabad, Banaras Hindu University; Amity University, Kolkata; Vanasthali Vidyapit, Rajasthan; Manav Rachna International Institute of Research and Studies; Lovely Professional University; D.Y. Patil International University; BITS Pilani Campus, University of Mysore; Amity University, Chhattisgarh; Adamus University; National Institute of Technology, Durgapur; Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad University, University of Technology, West Bengal; Xavier's University, Patna; Amity University, Noida; Himachal Pradesh University, Shimla; then Anna University, Chennai; CBCC Export and Broadcast Consultant, these are our professional presenter; IIS, deemed to be University, Jaipur; Rama Devi Women's University, Odisha; University of Ladakh, Kargil; Central University of Rajasthan; University of Vardhaman; Christ University, Bangalore; Bharati Vidyapit, Institute of Computer and Application and Management. These were the significant institute, university and colleges where we received the wonderful paper and abstract. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Novina Chakraborty and Dr. Swati Agarwal. Now it is the time for giving out the certificates of the participants who are present currently with us in this auditorium. To do so honor, firstly I would request the console team to light the stage first, and I would request the convener of this conference, and later on I will be calling out other faculty members as well who are present with us for the distribution of the certificates. Firstly, I would request Dr. Novina Chakraborty ma'am and Swati Agarwal ma'am, please come up on the stage. I would also request 2 students volunteers, please be on stage. The first participant certificate goes to Bornali Kundu. Bornali Kundu, please come up on the stage. So now all participants can see the photo frame. They will be standing exactly the way Bornali Kundu is standing, in between Novina ma'am and Swati ma'am. Our next participant who is going to receive the certificate is Bithika Das. The next participant certificate goes to Upashon Mukherjee. Now I would request Dr. Intikhab Alam Shamsi sir, Dr. Purobi Bhattacharya ma'am, please come up on the stage. Our next participant, student participant would be Shupratik Borai. Please come up on the stage. Thank you so much, Upashon, and Shupratik is on his way. Now we have Shupratik Borai with us. Next participation certificate goes to Ronendranath Sinha. Thank you so much, Shupratik. I would request Mr. Ronendranath Sinha, please come up on the stage. Now I would request Dr. Novina Chakraborty ma'am and Swati Agarwal ma'am to take your seat and please be with us, sir and ma'am. Now I would like to call Dr. Privat Giri sir and Dr. Lakshmi Mishra ma'am. Please come up on the stage. Next participant, Ritika Pal. Ritika Pal, please come up on the stage to receive your certificate. In between them so that the photo has to be perfect. Great. Next participant would be Trisha Bose. Trisha Bose. Next participant, Rajlakshmi Bhattacharjee. Now I would request Purobi ma'am and Shamsi sir, please take your seats, and Lakshmi ma'am and Privat sir be there. Now I would request Ipshita Banerjee ma'am, please come up on the stage. Also Showman sir, please come up on the stage. Our next participant would be Porna Chakraborty. Porna Chakraborty, if you are here in this auditorium, I don't think she is present. Let's move on. Next is Tonika Deb Roy. Tonika Deb Roy. Our next participant, it's a duo participation, Mr. Debashish Datta and Mr. Obrodeep Ganguly. Mr. Debashish Datta and Mr. Obrodeep Ganguly. Okay, so Debashish sir is here. Now our next participant, Nursing Machi. Please come up on the stage. I would request Lakshmi ma'am and Privat sir, please take your seats. And now I would request Ankush sir and Pradeep sir, please come up on the stage for giving out the certificates. Let me call our next participant, Doritri Dash. Please come up on the stage. We have with us our next participant, Doritri Dash. Our next participant I would like to call Dr. Madhurima Chakraborty. Dr. Madhurima Chakraborty. Moving forward, our next participant, Dr. Mohammad Nawaz Sharif. Dr. Mohammad Nawaz Sharif, sir. He is not present. We have another trio participants, Dr. Prashanto Gayan, Dr. Brototi Chakraborty, Dr. Shushanto Pandey. They are not here. So thank you so much, all of you, for being with us. But it is not over yet. I am now about to disclose the best 3 papers of this conference, ICMC 4. So to do the honor, I would request Novina ma'am and Swati ma'am once again to come up on the stage. For the last one time. And I would request a console team to get ready with the presentation. So we have finally, after all the sessions, we have got 3 best paper. Best paper first, best paper second, and best paper third. So the third best paper, the name of the work is and was, whatever you say, Barriers and Visibility of Tribal Documentary Films in India Using Filmmaking to Highlight Marginalized Voices and Challenge Power Structures. I can see the happiness on the face of the presenters. Now, I am happy to announce the third paper presenter winners, Nursing Maji and Doritri Das, Ramdevi Women's University, Orissa. So we can see their certificate on hand, and definitely, and wow, 1000 rupees check. So you are coming from Odisha? देखो ट्रेन फेयर हो गया. All the best. Yeah, if you want to share your experience with ICMC and Adamas University, please do share with us.
Thank you so much, sir. I'll take 1 minute. Initially, I haven't thought that it would be an achievement for me. So from Ramadevi Women's University, I'm giving this presentation online. Was a bit, I was thinking that it would have been offline and experiencing so much wonderful papers which were submitted. And thank you so much for honoring this kind of surprise for me. Though I traveled so long just to see Adamas University, it was wonderful. Thank you so much.
So are you a PhD scholar there or? Oh great, so you have opportunity to do postdoc with us, with Adamas University. Thank you. Now I would announce the winner who has secured the second position. The name of the paper was Cinematic Representations of Women in Oriya Cinema, Intersections of Dharma, Culture and Social Change. And the name of the winners are Rakesh Kumar Das, Dr. Sagarika Das, Amity University, Chhattisgarh. So we do not have the participants physically present with us, but our Heartfelt congratulations to them. Rakesh Kumar Das and Dr. Sagarika Das, are you people there with us online? Indro sir, if you kindly check once. Rakesh Kumar Das and Dr. Sagarika Das. Dr. Rakesh Kumar Das and Sagarika Das. I think they are not with us. Now it's time to announce the name of the winners for this conference. The work they have presented was known as Plastic Patriarchy, performing the ideal Indian Bahu through Barbie on Instagram. Such an interesting name. And the name of the winner is Ananya Shukla from Jamia Millia Islamia University. So we do not have Miss Ananya Shukla with us physically present, but many congratulations to her on behalf of the organizing committee of ICMC 4. And whosoever participated online, we will be definitely giving out their digital certificates within 7 to 10 days of time. They will be receiving their certificates. Now with this note, I would like to conclude this session with heavy heart, with joy, and with the preparation of ICMC 5, if I am not wrong, ma'am. So next time we would expect that many students who are sitting with us currently within this auditorium will be presenting papers, will be definitely be a part of this conference, because this is one of the legacy of the School of Media and Communication of Adamas University. And to conclude the session finally, to give the vote of thanks, I would request Swati ma'am to say a few words, and again Novina ma'am, if you want to say a few words. Thank you.
Well, a final note, I know, but thank you to the audience. You know, anything cannot be make and break without the wonderful audience. A big round of applause to all of you. Thank you so much. In the last, I would like to conclude the session with some note, so that we should be grateful from starting to end, that those who are with us relentlessly. Now I would just take you some minute to all the distinguished guests, that those who are present here to yesterday and today, and all my keynote speaker, session chairs, and my tireless colleagues. I know they work day and night with me. Whenever we asked anything to do, they were there. No one said after some time. They were then and there. Many sleepless nights, and last 4 days were really hectic, and post event we think that things are over for clapping few days. No, next 1 month going to be challenging for giving you all the certificates, all the distribution, all the last time payments and everything. And so sometime pre-event, event and post-event, we need to understand that tireless thing, and people, those behind us. You may always see us in front of camera on the stage, but you don't know 99% work happens behind the camera, behind the stage, and I can feel the goosebumps. They were with me constantly with every damn requirement we required, and they were there with us. And I like to congratulate each and every one, not that who is winning, who is not. important, participation makes you hero in any way. You may take it hero, shiro, or anyone like that. We are talking about gender, and we stood by our commitment. And my foremost thank you to the deepest understanding that our Honorable Chancellor Sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, and all the leadership of Adamus University that stood behind us to complete this wonderful, magnificent ICMC 4. I want to thank all the participants, all the 80 registration that we had from across the globe that we have. I'm really thankful. I'm so heartfelt thankful to Research and Development Cell, Internal Quality Assurance, Momita ma'am and Shneha Monju madam, who were there with us as a guide. And finally, my each and every colleague, student and volunteers, I really immensely thankful to you. And nonetheless, my right hand, left hand, somewhere in the back, Swati was there with me constantly. In that way, my two eyes of anchor, we always, we are very reluctant for anchors that, okay, they were anchoring, they are emceeing, but they are the creator and they are the actual thread to connect all the dots. So I'm really heartfelt thanks to Ipshit and Orno. They always stood by me, what to do, what not to do. They were there. I cannot leave my backbone, my technical backbone, my heart full of thank, and my hand folded thing that Showman and Kunalda, they were there with me day and night till 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Whenever we asked a 1 point change, they were there with us and followed. No one told me that, ma'am, after some time. Never. I cannot. Thanking is less than that. Few people, they are not sometime technically with us. They are behind the camera, relentlessly working last 24 hours. Prodipta and Indro, thank you so much for them, so that we've never see them, what they are doing inside. We see some of the photograph in social media, but they are the person who brings us in a way. I really thankful to the food and beverage help and assistant and collaboration, Kunalda, Debashish Datta and Shubhajit Dalal. Please, thank you so much for helping us. It could not be without you, because when we were there, you were managing their food. My moderators, our moderator ICMC, why I'm telling you the word my, because I felt it, it is mine, and you belong to me, you all belong to me, it makes us the word. My moderators, Dr. Privat Giri, Dr. Intikhab Shamsi, Dr. Lakshmi Mishra, Dr. Puravi Bhattacharya, Indranil, Onkush, Showman, thank you so much for moderating a wonderful show. And I cannot feel, it's a pride that our student, they've done a wonderful moderation. Each and every moderators, a big clap. Next time you should be there with us for moderating the session. You were wonderful. Photographer Vishuda and team, thank you so much. And all the participation and the branding team, Ms. Prina Chatterjee and all Brandcom team, Abhishek Boshak, they were there and constantly in 24 hours when we were asked that we need a post, they were there. Within few hours they posted. Thank you so much if I'm leaving anything. And for all the fooding, lodging, beverage, Parthoda and Ronin Shil sir for all the administrative help. My every thank is really not only word, I mean it. I simply, ICMC, the whole fraternity of media and media communication department and the school, thank each and everyone. If I'm leaving any help, any name or anything, I'm so sorry. And I cannot forget the decoration team as well, Sucharita and other team with Onkush, thank you so much. In the morning you were there, when we were on the way you were there on spot. And if I'm forgetting any name, my handful thanks to each and everyone. Thank you so much. Here I conclude the session.